Back up and give me space, sirs. Oh, that sounded so much better in my head. All right, welcome. First, a little shout out to some of my new subscribers. I really appreciate it, and tell your friends. All right, so this episode, if you couldn't tell by my lame attempt at a joke in the intro, we're gonna go ahead and put some spacers on. I got a 15 mil and a 20 mil, and that should bring the tires out a little closer to that wheel well, the fender right there. Should make it look nice and tight in there. So remember, we put lowering springs in, which went ahead and lowered it, and now these will bring that tire out a little bit, so it'll give even more of that lowering effect without actually lowering it any. It's just going to bring the tire out some more. There's a fly in here. Also, I'm going to go ahead and paint the lettering on my tires. Now some might say, oh, that's reserved for race cars and stuff like that. It'll look lame. You know what? I don't care. I think it looks cool. And check out this picture. Tell me that doesn't look cool. So I'm doing it to my car. I don't care what anybody says. Lame, not lame, douchey, not douchey. I don't care. I think it looks awesome. So I'm going to do it. Now hopefully, I only bought one of these. Hopefully one is enough to do all 4 tires. They say you're supposed to put on 3 coats. I don't think this is going to be enough for 3 coats. I'm not even sure. I might even get 1 coat on. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like, right? If I have to, I'll order another one and go back. I hope it looks pretty cool. So, to go back and then reiterate what we're doing. We're putting spacers on. We're going to paint the tires. So let's go ahead and glove up and effing do it. All right. Welcome to my rotor in my front right tire. So this is the spacer. And all it does is it fits right down. Now it's hub centric. That's what that hole in the center is for. I know I don't have my gloves on, but I'm going to put them on here in a minute. I just wanted to test fit it. All right, so it fits pretty good, and then basically all we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and run these bolts through it. And on the tire, these black studs here are actually going to be the ones that are going to come out here. And then the other studs are going to be back here. There's actually an open area behind there. Let me see if I can pop this up and show you. So you can see in between the studs, there's actually a recessed area. That's where all those are going to sit. So, and this is the 15 millimeter. So 15 millimeters on the front, 20 millimeters in the back. I need to put one on, and then I need to go ahead and turn the wheels just to make sure that I got nothing rubbing up here and back here, which 15 millimeters should be fine. I don't think I'm going to run into any issues. So let me go ahead and bolt all this stuff down. All right, so spacers on, nice and tight. Down to spec, just so you know, if you do happen to put these on, what they recommend is that you put them on, you drive for 25 miles, then pull off and check how tight it is. I drive like 120 miles to work, so I can't very well pull over in the middle of the drive, but I'm pretty sure that these are nice down and tight. It's a little bit of a pain since this spins, so just take your time, crank them down. All right, so that's the first part. Next part is the lettering. So what am I going to do the lettering? So I'm thinking the Firehawk and the Firestone. Now it does say Indy 500 here, and it does have the Firestone logo. I may do the F in the Firestone logo on both sides. I think that might look cool, but we shall see how much ink it uses while I'm doing that. So let me go ahead and bust that out and get it primed, and then we'll go ahead and try and paint something. This is the pen. There's the tip. It says to shake well prior to use. So we'll go ahead and do that. I went ahead and cleaned this off. Yeah, because I've used the tire shine stuff, so I went ahead and used some. I just use soap and water. They say to use acetone and all this, and I don't think I need to do this because last time I shined my tires was like 2 weeks ago. So whatever was on there is not on there now. So, but this is what we're gonna do: Firehawk and then the F sign. So we're supposed to press it down until the paint starts to go. And then we start painting. Oh, that was easy. I think one coat is probably going to do good. See, I already messed up. Got a little bit on the edge there. Not perfect. Like I can see, and then I have my glasses on. Not bad. Not great. Hey, it's the first one. Cut me some slack. Ooh. Okay. Done. Not bad. Once I started going, a little quicker. From there, it looks, I'm looking in the picture, it doesn't look too bad. Obviously, if you get right in there, you can see that I went over a little bit on the edges, but you can read it. Firehawk, Firestone. Let's put it on the tire and see what it looks like. Now check that out. Tell me that doesn't look awesome. I think that looks bad ass. So you can see, brought it right to the edge. Boy, I like that. Not out too far. Got enough room to turn. It's not hitting anywhere. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the car on and spin the wheels, make sure. But, man, look how good that looks with the tires. Man, that was a good idea. Okay, I wanted to show you the difference of what it looks like. So, trying to get the body line so you can see how far in it is recessed. Now, check out this. This is what it looks like now. Look at that, brought it right out to the edge. It's a little tougher to see here. But yeah, it brought it out as well. All in all, I think it looks pretty good. I like the white lettering, although it's not perfect. Let's see, I screwed up the H down there a little bit. That's because the pen started dumping a ton of paint out. So if you use these things, be aware that that could happen. Passenger side is done. Now all I have is the driver's side. It took me about 1 hour and 40 minutes, not too bad. In the clip just prior to this, I went ahead and showed you the difference between the spacers and without the spacers. Huge difference in the back. Boy, it brings it right to the edge. That 20 millimeters. I'm almost willing to bet I could have went 20s in the front because I've got enough room where if I would have went out that extra 5 millimeters, it would have brought it right to the edge. And I probably could have went with 25s, which I think is what they have some sets already pre-matched up for the 370. I just felt that I didn't want to risk going ahead and getting them and then finding out that they don't clear the front wheel wells or the front fenders. So I just went ahead and went 5 millimeters underneath that. So, but I'm happy with it. I think the lettering looks great, and I think that the fitment looks really well. So let me go ahead and knock this side out, and then I'll give you a follow-up. This side should go a lot quicker now that I've kind of got the painting down. There she is in all her glory. I really love the look of that with the white lettering. It makes it look so badass. And then look at the fitment on that tire from the back. Just barely pokes out on the rear end. That looks good. Same with the other side. Man, look at that. Then the lettering, even the front. I could have went out, I think I could have went out 5 more millimeters, but all in all, God, I'm really happy with the way that looks. I got some other stuff planned for the next episode. I don't know if you can tell, but right here, it's dented in. This is what it's supposed to look like. Right here, I don't know what it was, but I was on my way to work, going about 70. And I hit that. I don't know what it was, but it was enough to jar my car and then push the, which actually, luckily it didn't do any damage. Pushed this bad boy up, the bumper, pushed it up on here. But I was able to tuck it back in. There was just a tiny little scratch, but other than that, dent. But that's next episode. We're gonna work on that. So right now, let's just admire the look of this bad boy. We're done. So, you can see it in the background. Yeah, I'm looking at it in the screen. Man, that looks good. I know it's not a race car. They're fast. They could be faster, but I still think it looks badass. Spacers came out really well. All in all, it took me about 3 hours, a little over 3 hours, only because I stopped to paint, which, as you can tell, I don't know if you can tell in the video, but as I started going along, started getting a little easier. So a couple of tips when it comes with the paint pen. Once you get that ink or the paint flowing on that first tire, the next tire, I wouldn't even shake it. I wouldn't do anything. I would just continue on painting, even if you wait for a little while, because it wasn't until if I popped the end of that pen, a ton of ink would come out, and then I'd have to dab it off, and there's a couple of spots that didn't come out very well. So keep that in mind. Just continue on, and if it starts to get lighter, go ahead and give it a quick shake, and that'll probably do it. But again, every paint pen is different, so I mean, what are you gonna do? I'm happy with the results. I don't know how long it's gonna last with the driving. I drive a lot of miles to work, so we'll see how much it holds up. The spacers, those went on real easy. I didn't have any issues getting them bolted on. They fit perfect. I'll put a link down in the description. I'll also put a link down in the description for the paint pen, in case you guys want to try that. They have a bunch of colors. And then once you get the paint pen, it comes with a little 50-cent or half off your next one if you want to try a different color. All in all, pretty easy project to do. I whipped it out. I got work tomorrow. I whipped it out in the afternoon. Unfortunately, got a little dark. Hopefully this isn't too dark of a video, but very happy for it. New subscribers, thank you very much. People that have been subscribed since the beginning, thank you very much for sticking around. I hope you enjoy the videos. Throw a comment down. Let me know how I'm doing. If you want to see something special, maybe that I can do a 370, maybe you own a 370 and you're curious on something, put it in there. We can explore it. We can take a look at it. I can do a video just on that as a subject. So, as I always say at the end of the video, you got a project, got something you want to do in your car, glove up and effing do it. Thanks for watching.